Hello and welcome. You are here with Soul Lag. This is for people whose life looks fine but doesn't feel true anymore. If you have ever opened your eyes in the morning, looked at a life that from the outside seems to have all the right pieces and still felt something quietly off, then this space is for you. Whether you are leading a team, raising a family, building something of your own, or simply doing what was expected of you, this feeling has nothing to do with titles. This isn't a podcast about dramatic breakdowns or overnight reinventions. It's not about quitting your job tomorrow, chasing passion like it's a lottery ticket, or fixing yourself with yet another productivity system. This is about something simpler and honestly more courageous: alignment. Because most of us aren't broken. We are just living a version of life that drifted slowly, almost invisibly, a few degrees away from who we actually are. A couple of years ago, I found myself in the middle of an ordinary day. Nothing unusual, nothing dramatic, just doing what needed to be done. And in the middle of it, I felt this sudden white wave. I'm here, but I'm not really here. Nothing was wrong on paper. Life was moving forward. Responsibilities were being handled. Family doing okay. Health is fine. And yet, there was this background heaviness. Not depression, not anxiety. Just a persistent sense that I was performing life instead of living it. And since then, I've heard the same feeling described in many different places, like kitchen tables, on long commutes, late at night, with phone in hand, in lives that looks very different on the outside. For months, I told myself the usual things. Be grateful. This is what responsibility looks like. Everyone feels this way sometime. Until one evening, driving home in traffic, it landed with uncomfortable clarity. I was slowly trading my self-respect for comfort, not in big, obvious ways, but in the small, daily surrenders. Saying yes when my body said no. Staying silent when something mattered. Postponing parts of myself that didn't fit in the current script. That was the moment I finally named it soul lag. Soul lag is the invisible lag between the pace your life is moving and the pace your inner self can actually breathe at. When expectations accelerate, when responsibility piles up, when success or simply survival keeps pushing forward, but your inner compass starts falling behind. You're still functioning, often very well, but you are no longer fully at home, inside your own choices. Left unattended, soul lag doesn't explode. It slowly erodes your clarity, your energy, and your self-trust. I'm Gaurav Patel. The ideas you will hear here come from my work on soul lag and from living it. The good news is this: alignment doesn't require you to burn everything down. It doesn't demand dramatic exits or public declarations. It begins with something much smaller, much harder. Stopping self-betrayal in the little moments. Alignment is when your values, your responsibilities, and your inner voice stop arguing with each other. When Monday morning doesn't feel like walking into a negotiation with yourself. When you can look in the mirror, you feel dignity. Not perfection, just dignity. Right now. Not someday when things calm down. Before we go any further, let me slow us down for a moment. I want to leave you today with 3 gentle questions. There's nothing to solve, nothing to fix. Just notice what stirs. First, where in your life are you performing instead of living? Maybe it's the way you shift around certain people, or the version of I'm fine when you keep offering at home, or the interest you once loved that now live quietly somewhere below your scrolling thumb. Second, what part of yourself have you quietly postponed? A curiosity you once had, a boundary you stopped enforcing, a softer way of being you decided wasn't appropriate anymore. And the third, if dignity were a small, realistic choice you could make today, not next year, not after things settle, what would that look like? You don't need to decide anything big right now. This first episode is simply an opening, an invitation to name what you may have been feeling but not saying. Soul lag is not a trend, it's a lived experience. And once you name it, you can't unname it. That's usually where the quiet shift begins. Over the coming episodes, we'll walk through this together. Real stories, small experiments, no hype, just honest conversations about closing the gap between who you are and how you are living. If you want a quieter way to explore this further, there is a simple soul lag reflection available at soullag.com. No pressure, no noise. Thank you for being here, truly. Before we go, take one slow breath with me right now and just notice where any heaviness or lightness lives in your body in this moment. That awareness alone is already alignment. If this resonates, sit with it and share it with someone who has been quietly carrying this too. For more about Soul Lag, you can find my book in paperback or ebook available globally. It's not a manual, it's a companion for people who sense something is off and want to realign without burning their own life down. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.